System in Pinsville. A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Newsline. 60 minutes of the latest news from and about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Today is Thursday, 11th July 2024, and I'm Anthony Vawen anchoring. The big stories we're following this afternoon. Global Fund commits $100 million to the Health Ministry to strengthen fight against malaria, HIV, and tuberculosis in Liberia.
For the people of Liberia, this day is a testament of our resilience and determination. Your health and well-being remain in the heart of our endeavors.
Liberia Broadcasting System and Senegal's Future Media explore partnership opportunities. Justice Ministry rules out closure of the Monrovia Central Prison, clarifies that feeding issues have been resolved. And away from home, a Ugandan court jails a 24-year-old man for insulting the president and the first family on TikTok. The details of these and other stories, the news in French, simple Liberian English, and the weather report hopefully are all lined up. But first, the bulletin of news with Grace Moliezi.
A grant worth over $100 million has been signed between the Ministry of Health and the Global Fund in Monrovia. The fund is intended to strengthen the government's fight against malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV in the country. At the signing ceremony Thursday in Monrovia, Health Minister Dr. Louise Cotto described the occasion as a testament to the government's strides in improving access to health care delivery for all citizens. Dr. Cotto noted the fund will augment the government's progress in finding amicable solutions to the numerous challenges confronting the health sector. She lauded Global Fund for the milestone achievement, which she believes will go a long way in making Liberia a healthier nation. President Joseph Boakai has described the launch of the Global Fund grant as a renewed commitment to the government's effort to ensure access to healthcare delivery for all is achieved. President Boakai said diseases such as malaria, TB, and HIV have plagued and stalled the nation's progress for a long time. Such funding will better help the government to tackle emerging health constraints. The Liberian leader said the funding will strengthen and accelerate his administration's quest to combat HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis in Liberia. According to him, the grant will also go towards the expansion of health infrastructure, including diagnostic centers across the country. He reaffirmed the government's support to working with the development partners in providing the necessary healthcare services in fulfillment of the arrest agenda. The Liberian leader made the remarks Thursday when he officially launched the Global Fund Grant Cycle 7 in Monrovia. The Liberia Broadcasting System and the biggest television entity in Senegal, Group Futal Media, have begun discussions for sustainable partnership between the two institutions. LBS Director General Eugene Fangon made the disclosure Wednesday when the Director General of the group paid him a courtesy visit at the system's compound in Painesville. Mr. Vagon thanked Mr. Undor for the visit and assured LBS commitment to building upon the ensuing collaboration between the two entities.
I want to say a big thank you to Ambassador Kebe, Director General Undoa. Imagine from all the way Senegal is come to see what help he can offer. And our discussion, once again, I'm not going to reveal the details of our discussion, but I can assure the Liberian people that our discussion was very fruitful and rewarding.
He said the ongoing discussions is significant in helping to strengthen and improve the quality of services at the Liberia Broadcasting System. Responding, the Director General of Group Futal's Media, Bahrain Ondor, affirmed his institution's commitment to providing technical and human capacity building support to the Liberia broadcasting system. Mr. Unduo also stressed the importance of developing such partnership with other countries in the sub-region. The Justice Ministry says it has implemented a financial solution to address the subsistence issues at the Monrovia Central Prison. The announcement followed a communication from the Monrovia Prison Superintendent to the county attorney and the Director of Prisons, highlighting a significant increase in inmate population to 1,541. The superintendent noted that feeding the inmates has become increasingly challenging and issued an ultimatum for the prison to stop accepting new admissions as of July 8, 2024. However, the Justice Ministry said it had already resolved these subsistence issues prior to the media's coverage of the situation. The ministry clarified that the prison superintendent does not have the authority to close the prison gates or halt admissions. Renowned Nigerian businessman Aliko Dangote has held fruitful discussions with President Joseph Boakai, rekindling hope for a strengthened economic diplomacy. An executive mansion statement said the visit in Lagos presented a pivotal platform for discussions on bolstering economic opportunities for Liberia. It added that the strategic engagement not only underscores Dangote's influential role in boosting cross-border business cooperation, but also exemplifies the significance of private sector involvement in advancing regional economic integration and development of Liberia. In another development, former Nigerian President Obasanjo also graced President Boakai with a visit, further solidifying bonds and signaling a collective commitment to fortifying relations between Liberia and Nigeria. The executive mansion said President Boakai views these engagements as catalysts for stimulating inclusive and mutually beneficial partnerships that ultimately lead to the prosperity and progress of Liberia. The Organization of Liberian Communities in Nigeria has pleaded with the government to provide scholarship and job opportunities for qualified Liberians in Nigeria. The group's message was conveyed by its president, Garrison Thomas, during a courtesy visit with President Joseph Boakai while in Abuja for the ECOWAS summit recently. Mr. Thomas thanked President Boakai and the government for unwavering support and tireless efforts in addressing challenges faced by Liberians abroad, including Nigeria. In response, President Boakai thanked the delegation for the visit and assured them of his continuing dedication to serving the interests of all Liberians, both at home and abroad. The Abuja meeting was attended by Foreign Ministers Sarah Besloyanti and Liberia's ambassador to Nigeria, Dr. Al Hassan Conte. A fact-checking institution, Local Voices, wants journalists go beyond their duties to erect checkpoint against the proliferation of misinformation. The executive director of the organization, Alpha Sekpina, believes such move will enhance good governance and contribute to the advancement of Liberia. Mr. Sakpini told ELBC Thursday more than decades, the proliferation of misinformation continue to have negative impact on Liberia. The executive director of Local Voices wants journalists of the traditional media lead the fight against misinformation in the country. Mr. Sakpini, however, showed the public of the institution's commitment to fight checking every individual, irrespective of affiliation. Lofa County University Board Chair Bishop Victor Palmo is calling on striking workers of the university to call off their go-slow. Staffers of Lofa University are on an indefinite go-slow for salary increment and other issues affecting their well-being and the university at large. But in an emergency meeting Wednesday, Bishop Palmo called on the staff to disengage from their ongoing strike. The Lofa University board chair noted the body is working out modalities to launch investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, Bishop Palmo says the board of the Lofa University has since met with 3 members of the strike action for a dialogue. The vice chairman of the Riverside Citizens Union, Abel Ziga, has donated over 30,000 Liberian dollars to the Upper Timber Public School in the county. Mr. Ziga said the money is the contributions provided by the members of the Riverside Citizens Union in Monrovia. He noted the money is intended to facilitate the construction of the school annex. Our correspondent said the construction of the annex is based on the overcrowdedness of the school, as the 4-classroom building cannot accommodate all of the students. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency River G County Detachment is investigating a 33-year-old man for being in possession of narcotic substance worth over 4,000 United States dollars. Suspect Daniel Jala was arrested with 150 grams of kush while en route to River G County. Suspect Jala told the officers of the LDA that the drugs belonged to a passenger he was transporting from Maryland to River G County. Our correspondent quotes the commander of the LDA in the county as saying the suspect is being investigated awaiting court trial. And residents of rural communities in Kakata, Margibi County are benefiting from a donation of 400 United States dollars business empowerment program. The program is sponsored by a local non-government organization, Agro Green Liberia Limited, based in the county. The founder and chief executive officer of the organization, Franklin Walker, said the beneficiaries are also provided entrepreneurial training to manage their businesses. Mr. Walker disclosed the gesture is aimed at buttressing government's effort in empowering business women and single mothers become self-reliant.
Grace Moliesi with the news bulletin. Grace will be back a little later with our international developments. Well, as you heard in the news, President Joseph Boakai's recent visit to Nigeria for the ECOWAS Heads of State Summit was marked by a series of crucially significant meetings and engagements, from courtesy visits of a delegation of Liberian communities in Nigeria to hosting influential businessman Aliko Dangote and former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo. As Vasta Talo reports, President Boakai seems to be unwavering in seeking opportunities for a better Liberia.
The Organization of Liberian Communities in Nigeria